Yo, what is up, guys? Oscar here with a new video, and this is going to be discussing the Washington football team. This is going to be my final mock draft. It is draft week, guys, as I stated yesterday in my Washington video yesterday, but it is draft week, guys. We are officially just about 24 hours away or a day away from the NFL draft. I'm excited. I know that NFL fans, everyone's excited. It is finally here. You know, draft week is here. Draft day is tomorrow. I cannot wait for tomorrow to come, so that way I can see what Washington will do with that 19th overall pick. But with that out of the way, let's go ahead. This is going to be my full-on 7-round draft. I will go over some stats and some positives and negatives, but, there are certain players here that I have already discussed. So, with the 19th pick in the first round, the Washington football team selects Jeremiah Owusu-Koramora, linebacker out of LSU. It's well documented that the Washington needs, linebacker help. Really, just they didn't actually stack that position up this offseason in the free agency market. Not many guys were available that I guess what's this guy Ron Rivera or this new management and the new regime liked. So they like to build in their draft. Luke Kuechly, remember Marty Herney and Ron Rivera have a history, so they're looking for their Washington version of they're looking for their new Luke Kuechly. So I think Jeremiah Owusu-Koramora, if he drops to 19, who knows if he will, but if he drops to 19, then Washington should definitely look to get him. So next up, with the 51st pick, second round overall, Washington football team will select. I have Dillon Radunz, offensive tackle, North Dakota State. So this is an interesting move. I did this mock draft before the whole entire Eric Flowers trade. I think that offensive lineman isn't someone, offensive tackle I don't think is a pressing matter anymore. I think Ron Rivera wants to see what he has. Eric Flowers was traded yesterday to Washington, so now our offensive line group is looking stacked. But you can't go wrong with more depth, especially with the injuries that Washington have had to deal with in the offensive line last week. So I think that getting someone in the second round, I think that this is more of a reach. Getting an offensive lineman in the early rounds. I just have, what's this guy's name? Dillon Radunz or Radunz, coming in at the second round, here in the second round. That's who I have. He's a left tackle. So obviously, we have a left tackle in Sadiq Charles. Cornelius Lucas, played very well last year. But like I said, you can't go wrong with more depth in that position. So I think that getting Dillon Radunz, one of the top guys here in the second round, wouldn't be too bad of an idea. So next up in my first third round pick, 74th overall, I think it was, I select Tyson Campbell, cornerback out of Georgia. Washington gotta find someone to be paired up with William Jackson out there in the on the outside. We have Kendall Fuller out in the slot. We are just we signed William Jackson in free agency. We let Ronald Darby walk, so we gotta find Fabian Moreau is Fabian Moreau is not is gone. Jeremy Moreland, this is I think that this is his year to try to shine, but I think, like I said, cornerback is a need for depth reasons. So I think getting Tyson Campbell would be a smart move here. Getting a cornerback in the third round. So yeah. So next up with my second third round pick, second overall, I have Washington selecting Josh Palmer. And I know what you're gonna say. I know what you're gonna say. We have, we're really good at the wide receiver position. Why do we need more? Well, here's the one thing: we need someone to be paired up with, maybe a third or fourth guy. We know that Kelvin Harmon is coming back. Obviously, we signed um, Chris Samuel. We signed Adam Humphries, who's going to be good in the slot. Chris Samuel, can be used everywhere. We just need that tall guy because our wide receivers aren't tall. AJG is tall. I think Calvin Harmon is tall, but we need another tall guy. I don't know. Calvin Harmon's coming off of injury. AGG, was plagued with injuries last year, so who knows? But I think that getting Josh Palmer here would be a wise choice to continue to grow and build this wide receiving core even more. So we're gonna move on to the fourth round, and I selected a tight end here with the 124th pick, and I selected Quintin Morris, tight end, Bowling Green. So here's another position of need that we actually need to beef up is tight end. I know that we picked, we don't know what Samis Reyes is going to look like, in the NFL. We need someone to help out Logan Thomas. And unfortunately, Tommy Tremble went early in the fourth round, so I wasn't able to get him. I know that I had Tommy Tremble. I like Tommy Tremble, but I think Quintin Morris would be the next best option here to help out that, add more depth to the tight end position. Because that is something that Ron Rivera did not address all of last year, aside from, signing Logan Thomas. He kept Jeremy Sprinkle, who's no longer here, Butterhand Sprinkle, who went to Dallas, signed no-name guys. We had Marcus Baugh, who's that? Thaddeus Moss was released earlier in the year, which I think that, was a what move. Was a what move there. So, we get Samis Reyes, we sign him through the college, pathways program instead of waiting for him to go to the draft. So we get him before the draft. So I think, getting a Quintin Morris, here in the fifth round would, be a smart move. Or I think I have him fourth round. Would be a good move here, just to help out, just to help out there. So next one I have Malik Herring, an edge rusher, Georgia. This guy, I think that this guy more for depth. We have Montez Sweat. We'll obviously have Montez Sweat. Our front seven is good. Just depth-wise, we don't know what's going to happen with Ryan Kerrigan. He hasn't signed a new deal. I don't think he's signed with anyone just yet. So if we can get, draft a young guy to help out depth-wise in that front seven, just in case, Montez Sweat, Chase Young can't go, then we obviously have a fallback guy. Like I said, can't help out with, it doesn't, go wrong with depth. So that is, the pick that I selected, and he's out of Georgia. So the last seventh round pick, and here's the thing, I didn't do this mock draft before this trade happened, so we obviously swapped seventh round picks with the Dolphins, but I do have Chris Evans, a running back out of Michigan, going to Washington here as our last pick here. Like I said, Washington needs to find another running back to add to depth. We have Peyton Barber. This is what I'm saying. Aside from our first round selection, which was JOK, everyone else is more, can't go wrong with more depth. And obviously cornerback, you can't go wrong with more depth, but you're trying to find out who can help William Jackson out on the outside. But Chris Evans, Washington, released Bryce Love this past week, just about a week ago. So Our running back room now is looking kind of thin. We have, Antonio Gibson, J.D. McKissick, and I like both of those guys, but those guys are more of passing backs, receiving out of the backfield. Peyton Barber is okay as a power back, but like I said, we need to find another guy, just in case, either, Antonio Gibson got hurt late last year. I know we have Lamar Miller on the roster. We signed him to an extension, but I think that he's more of a camp body, if anything else. So I think getting Chris Evans, a running back here in the late rounds, would benefit Washington, just to see, who can make the roster, who could be a power back and all that, and also Chris Evans also is another receiving back. So, I know, we know that Ron Rivera likes his receiving backs back in the backfield as well. So look, wouldn't be a wrong choice there. So, alrighty guys, that'll do it for this video. Let me know what you guys think about my final mock draft. Do you guys think that I should, should have gotten with someone else? Let me know in the comments down below. Are you excited about the draft tomorrow? I know I am. I am going live tomorrow with, Jason Alamio, or, Get the Memo podcast. He used to be Political Podcast, but now he changed his name to Get the Memo podcast. Check him out. I'll put the link down to his channel down below. Going live, Marvin, as well. I have Marvin, is gonna join me, and of course Kwalik also will be joining me for the live stream tomorrow. I'm just gonna go live. Announcement here. Just gonna go live days 1 and 2. Day 3, I'm just gonna be posting videos regarding the picks. A lot of things came up for me Saturday, so I won't be able to go live for the 3rd day, but I will be going live for the 1st and 2nd day of the draft. So, please look out for please join the the stream, so that way you guys can interact with us. This is gonna be as interactive. It's gonna be fun. So please do not miss it. Please turn on your post notifications so that way you guys don't miss that. So, alrighty guys, that'll do it for this video. If you like what you hear, you like what you see, you like NFL and Washington football team content, you like Real Madrid and European soccer content, this is a channel for you. Give me a subscribe, give me a thumbs up, give me a like, share the video with your friends and family, turn on post notifications, comment because I like to know your thoughts. Until then guys, I'll see you guys next time. Keep it real. Peace.